This is the Fitzy and Wippa with Kate Ritchie podcast.
Welcome to the podcast, very special episode of the podcast. Kate, can you grab a seat? Because Fitzy and I have been working our plums off. We have organised such a big surprise for you
I don't
today.
grab my own seats. Can someone get me a seat?
Tom, get Kate a seat. Make sure she's sitting down before this surprise arrives, because she is going to need two hands to hold on to. And you know, it's snake season, which is very exciting.
Oh my God.
Ah, good tease. I'm nervous.
Yeah, you should be. You'll see that surprise very soon. Enjoy the podcast.
The Fitzy and Wippa with Kate Ritchie podcast.
Hey, how's this? This is a major story. Oil giant BP.
Yeah.
Now, their value had slumped by $3.6 billion after its boss was forced out in disgrace. Let's talk about Bernard Looney.
What happened to Bernie?
Bernard Looney, 53 years of age, he was shown the door for not coming clean about a string of workplace hookups.
Oh, Bernie.
So now they're under pressure to claw back millions of dollars in bonuses paid to the chief executive. Now, this guy, he's just a ladies' man. He can't help himself. He's been hooking up with everyone at work.
The pants man.
And he got a job at BP at the age of 21 as a drill engineer. It's just too bad he ended it.
Yep, in the same form.
Yeah, as a drill engineer as well. Friends have highlighted his workaholic nature and 3-decade stint. But how's this? He married for 2 years a woman that used to work there, Jacqueline Hurst.
Yeah.
She wrote a book later on saying that he only married me to make his way up in BP.
It's a hut.
He's a quiet achiever. But then she wrote in her book that he told me that the marriage was over via WhatsApp.
Group chat, was it with the family or maybe the boys? Snuck her into it?
Oh my gosh, this guy has just not been able to keep it in his pants. He is the actual BP quiet achiever.
Wow.
And now he's been given the boot. They've dropped $3.6 billion in share value.
So now that this guy's gone and they said that they're trying to recall some bonuses, so they're saying to him, you need to hand back the money because you're doing the wrong thing by our staff.
Yes.
You were doing too much. And I love that he's been referred to as a workaholic. So, well, at 5 o'clock, I switch off and I switch on to employee care.
I'm still in the office with Debbie, but I am still in the office.
Yep, my drilling days are not over. I'm still working hard.
Unbelievable. So
Good effort,
for
Bernie.
anyone out there, just be very, very careful.
Yep.
This is the thing.
Play the smart game, kids.
You're only a what if away from a holiday with whatif.com.
You could go to your dentist appointment or all the kids' sports.
But what if it was a weekend on the coast instead?
Book hotels, holiday rentals, apartments and more.
What if it's Aussie for travel?
Well, it's been interesting because for Kate Ritchie, there's been some challenging times. Absolute confusion when she went to the hairdresser not long ago and found out there was another Kate Ritchie there. That wouldn't have been easy. And who was the more important Kate Ritchie out of the two?
Well, no one was asking that question.
Then the other day you said, I've received emails over time and I believe other people have said to me there's another Kate Ritchie that works for GWS. And that's been confusing as well. What do they do? What are they like? Do they look like me? Should I get to know them? Great news is you can say hello now. Kate Ritchie from Bellevue Hill, welcome to the show.
Hello, how are we?
Oh, hi, Kate.
Kate Ritchie.
This is weird.
Kate, can I ask first
It's a bit
up?
strange, isn't it?
I know, Kate Ritchie, welcome to the show.
Thanks so much.
Kate Ritchie, how has it been living with the name Kate Ritchie?
It's been an adventure, but I wouldn't change it.
You sound quite young, Kate. How old are you?
I'm 25.
25. Okay. So
Kate, give us an example of where you've had a couple of looks when you've said your name before.
Yeah, for sure. So, growing up, I swam in a swimming club, and when I signed up, I came to the swimming club and got a few looks. Because they thought Kate Ritchie, the Golden Logie winner, was signing up for their swimming club. Yeah.
They would have been so disappointed.
Yeah. No. I said sorry to disappoint. I've had to say that a couple of times because people get their hopes up a little bit.
Oh, no. I thought you meant they'd be disappointed that the Gold Logie winner was signing up for their swim team because everyone knows she can't swim. Have you ever seen her in the surf at Summer Bay?
No, they were all pretty excited.
No, Kate, also Sorry, you go, Kate.
I was just going to ask, are you a Catherine? What's your full name?
No, it's Kate Elizabeth Ritchie.
Oh, okay.
Do you know what's
But I
interesting?
do get that a lot, yeah.
Your mum and dad would have known that Kate Ritchie was a household Australian name, right? Iconic Australian, goddess of the screen, and then they've decided to call you Kate Ritchie.
Yeah. But my mum did say, she said, Kate, don't stress, this is your name. This is your name only. So I wasn't named after
Well, it's
you,
not.
Kate Ritchie.
No,
But,
yeah. And
Yeah.
that's important. That is important to
Yeah.
remember. I just feel, I don't even know what to say because it's actually really confusing. But I'm glad that your mum said that. And now all of a sudden the anxiety in me is rising because I feel like your mum doesn't like me and
Oh, she
felt as
doesn't.
though
doesn't.
being
Not
Kate
at all.
was going to be a bad thing.
Have you
No.
ever used Kate Ritchie's name, whether it's booking a restaurant or have you had a reaction like, oh my gosh, we are so excited, Kate Ritchie's coming in?
No, but I think when my mum went out one night and she said the line was a bit big, so she dropped the name and it actually helped them skip the queue.
Oh, how good is that?
Oh, is that right?
I'm
Well,
with Kate Ritchie.
sometimes it does
Yes.
work for you, but I'm sure there are some establishments around the city, like the courthouse on Oxford Street, you're not allowed in anymore.
If I was one of your friends too, Kate, when there's an article about Kate Ritchie, do they send a screenshot just on the group chat just to let everybody know what you've been up to?
Yeah, I do get that a lot.
I'm sure you have had a wonderful life. I wouldn't wish my life on you. So now that we've got you on the radio, can you just run us through some of your highlights? You may not have won a gold logie, but you sound like you're a pretty good swimmer. What would you say has been wonderful about the existence of another Kate Ritchie out there?
Look, I've done a couple things, but like I swam from the continents of Europe to Asia.
What?
Wow.
Yeah.
Kate.
This is a successful Kate Ritchie.
know,
You
this
have
is so
achieved
much better than
so
what I've
much
done.
more than our Kate Ritchie.
Wow.
I know, and look at me, I've ended up here with Fitzy and Wippa, so surely anything you do from here is going to be far greater.
Oh, we could do a clean
No.
swap.
No, not at all. But I did have home and away on the back of my Year 12 jersey, so I'll give you that too.
Hey.
That's very sweet.
Well, and you live in Bellevue Hill. Our Kate Ritchie has a couple of investment properties from Bellevue Hill as well. So.
I did live there for a while. I probably bumped into your mum at the shops there.
Well, actually, funny story. When I was quite young, I think I was throwing a tantrum in one of the aisles. And Mum said, Kate Ritchie, get up now. And apparently you were in the same aisle.
Oh, that is awesome.
Is this the tiny little Woolworths in Double Bay or something?
Yes, it was, yeah. And,
That's hilarious.
Yeah, she said, Kate Ritchie, pull it together. And apparently you weren't too impressed about that.
Look, really, that wouldn't be the first time someone said, Kate Ritchie, pull it together.
The Fitzy and Wippa with Kate Ritchie podcast.
Jake's in
Let's get it.
Canton Beach. Hello, buddy. What did you want to talk about this morning?
Morning, fellas and lady. How's it going?
Yeah, we're good, Jakey. You're
good.
shocked by the result from NASA saying there are no aliens?
Yeah, like I reckon somewhere up there there's definitely aliens. I feel like we're not the only people in the universe. Like, if you think about how big the world is.
I mean, it's a miracle that we're here, Jake, and the way that this world has been created. But I'm with you. I mean, the existence of the galaxy and beyond the galaxy goes on and on. It would be crazy to think that we are the only living form on one planet, on this planet, and it doesn't exist anywhere else.
Well, that's exactly it. And if you think about it, why would they make movies about something that doesn't exist?
Well said, Jake.
Because
not for
people
money
are
or
fascinated.
blockbusters.
What's the best alien movie of all time, Jake?
Alien versus Predator, I've got to say. I feel like they've done really well.
Yeah, they have. And once I saw that, I rang NASA while I was watching it saying aliens must be real.
Yeah, 100%. That's it. Like, you can't make something like that and then expect the world not to think that they're real.
I mean, Flight of the Navigator Fitz when we were growing up was a beauty. I mean,
Yeah, that
E.T.
was
is an
good.
all-time classic.
That was good. E.T. is unbelievable. I'm just trying to think as well. If you haven't seen a movie, Denis Villeneuve has done a movie called Arrival, Tommy. Is it Arrival?
Yeah, it's on Stan,
What,
guys.
it's about UFOs and aliens?
It is unbelievable.
Yeah.
And it's It's Amy Adams, and she's got to learn the alien language before the aliens, threaten the world and basically bring it down. You would love it. It's really well shot.
Does she end up hooking up with one of the aliens?
No, there's no hookups with aliens at all, or sex scenes or anything like that. So.
It's a shame. That's the next leg to it. Tony's in the show. What do you want to talk about this morning, Tone?
Oh, mate, I once woke up for a Dutch oven.
You woken up to a Dutch oven, or you woke up to get a Dutch oven?
Do you know
one or the other? Yeah.
These are really popular. Yeah, go, Tone.
Sorry, it's nice and smoky down here still in the Shire. Even if the burn-offs are finished, they're still nice and thick out here.
Yeah, I know. It's the burn-off has stopped now. We need to stop anyway because we've got the marathon on Sunday, so you can't be breathing that smoke in. So I think the burn-off is going to stop now, and we're going to have a nice weekend. Let's go to Neil now in Camden. What do you want to talk about, Neil?
Okay, fellas. I drive from Camden to the Shire every day, and there's some really unusual neighbours on the way. So down Heathcote Road, first one you go past is the Cronulla Model Aero Club, which, no worries. But next door to them is the Sydney clay target shooting.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
And you're thinking, that's probably not the greatest of neighbours, you would imagine.
Yeah, but Neil, I love the idea that you always have an excuse when you shoot one of their model planes down. Sorry, guys, thought it was a clay disc. I'm sorry about that.
Even if you're actually shooting trying to get the clay, but suddenly it's a drone and it's going up and down, and thinking, this thing just won't stay still.
Oh, Neil, how much fun would that be? Lining up with a double barrel and there's a couple of drones buzzing around. You should book yourself in and clean up there, Neil.
But no, great neighbourhood.
Neil, I worked in a country town called Port Augusta there, and they had a store, and it was called Port Augusta Firearms and Cycles. So you could actually buy a shotgun and a bike at the same time. So you couldn't get a getaway car, but you could ride away pretty quickly from the scene of the crime. Good on you, Neil.
On a unicycle. Cheers, mate.
See you, buddy.
Good on you, Neil. Let's go to Sean in Silverdale now. What do you want to talk about, Sean?
Morning, legends. Just a bit of a public community announcement type thing. Not that it's probably a secret or anything, but snakes have come out of Brunation, so we've got some really good temperatures at the moment and over the weekend with everybody being outside and, going to public open areas and stuff like that. There's going to be some snakes around. Obviously, the boys are out there looking for girlfriends and stuff like that. We're getting, 8 to 10 calls a day, so just a community thing to keep, just make sure you keep kids and pets away from snakes and professional. Don't try and handle it,
We saw the sad story of a man passing away this week from a snake bite. He tried to rescue a mate. But at the same time, I saw a story yesterday where a snake was removed from a residential address, I think, in Randwick. So
correct.
I think people get sort of thrown by the idea that snakes could possibly be in the city, but they could be anywhere, can't they?
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, sometimes they get transported on different things, like in a fruit box or something like that from the country, or if there's waterways around there, they're really water. So
you're breaking up, Shawnee. Did you see the footage the other day? And I don't know if it was the avocado section or the watermelon section of the supermarket, but coiled up. It had made its way from the farm, wherever the watermelons had been packed. Some lady went to grab half a watermelon, and bang, there she was.
There was a slippery little snake. Yeah, the only Sean, just quickly, what I wanted to know from Sean is what's the best thing to do if you have been bitten by a snake?
Let's check his line. Sean, are you there?
Yeah, mate. Yeah, I'm here. Yeah.
So, Sean, I've got you. If you get bitten by a snake, do you just have to? Where do you wrap? Where do you tourniquet? What do you do?
Okay, so it's not a tourniquet anymore. Don't lick or bite or suck the venom out. None of that works, right? With our Australian snakes, it travels in the lymphatic system. So, wrap the bite side 2 or 3 times as tight as you would for a sprained ankle.
Yep.
And then wrap below, and then right to the top of the limb. So if it's on the forearm, you wrap them 3 times, wrap below towards the fingers, and then back to the elbow. Normally it's a lower limb, it's hand or leg or something like that. Keep the person as still as possible.
Still as possible.
Just
breaking up again, Shawnee.
Up and down,
isn't it? The other thing is, too, you see too many videos of random people picking up a snake. So you see them picking it up by the tail, and it makes you think, oh, God, that's easy to do. If I saw a snake, I could just get rid of it by picking it up by the tail. Don't pick a snake up, quick heads up, because that's when things go wrong, because they can turn like that, and they can turn on themselves. The next thing you know...
You've picked a couple of snakes up in the office before, I think, Whip.
That was my former days. I mean, it was my 10-year anniversary last night, so we move away from those stories for maybe a barrier of 3 days. I've been bitten a little bit around the office.
I love Sean. Sean gave us a bit of information. Now, Sean, I'm going to give you some seats to Taronga Zoo's new Harbour View City. Tickets available now at taronga.org.au. But do we go with,
Tony wanted a Dutch oven. I mean, he woke up to one this morning.
He wanted a Dutch oven. The smoke haze is gone, so you've got one, Tony. Ironclad Dutch oven by Ironclad Panco. That is yours. Thank you for all your calls this morning.
The Fitzy and Wippa with Kate Ritchie podcast.
See, a lot of people think that this is a well-oiled machine, this show.
I couldn't even find the word machine there for a minute.
But you know what? Behind the scenes, it's out of control.
No, you know what? This show is like a duck on the pond, isn't it?
Yeah. It looks graceful as it goes across the top of the water, but underneath the legs are just paddling hard.
What people don't understand is that I'm talking to you right now live on air, but in my ear, I've got Tom Ivey going, okay, we're throwing to this next, you got to do this next, then I've got to grab for you. But you know what? I just have to... I put that to one side and I concentrate on what's coming out of my mouth.
It's called radio blinkers.
Is it? Is that what they call it? I just think you guys are amazing. Thank you for the absolute honour and privilege to be here beside you every morning, just learning from some of the best.
That's okay. Take notes.
Sometimes it can go wrong. And live television... You're a rabbit in the headlights because you got nowhere to look. And this has happened, this is over in the UK, GB News. Chip Chapman is the man who presents the GB News. Chip starts his news broadcast, Kate, and everything's going wrong. Everyone's talking to him in his ear. The auto cue isn't working, and Chip doesn't know where to go. Have a listen to this.
First, it's the news headlines. No, it's not. We're going straight to me. This is breaking news. It's fast happening. Because as we just said, with the terror man... it's all gone wrong. It's here. Chip Chapman, we have him coming up soon on the arrest of the terror suspect. He escaped from Wandsworth Prison and he's been apprehended. It's all coming up in GB News. We've got our first guest. For the latest, it's GB News Home Security Editor Mark White. Are you there, Mark? It's Chip Chapman. We have Chip Chapman.
Did he say to himself coming up as Chip Chapman?
No, and he was
sell himself.
I wouldn't keep saying your name to be associated with such a...
But I like it when there's a terror story and he just says there's a terror man. There's a terror man, guys. He's around. Chip Chapman will give you the update.
That's what happens in our ears 3 hours a day, guys. So I just want to put it out there.
Yeah, thanks for putting
it well-oiled machine.
The Fitzy and Wippa with Kate Ritchie podcast.
We haven't had this beautiful man in the studio for quite a while. It's the magnificent Dr. Andrew Rochford.
Hello, Doctor.
It has been far too long.
Yes.
Doctor. I think I predate Kate. I haven't been on.
We haven't dated, have we?
What?
No, it's a predate. We're hoping to move to one.
Roch, you actually won the backyard cricket game for my team last year. Is that correct?
I'm pretty sure I've run it for you the last 2 years.
Yeah, it's been very impressive.
Can you come along to our backyard cricket game again at Kirribilli House?
I keep my schedule open until that happens. Yes. Absolutely, 100%.
Love it.
October 4, let's lock it in. Can we also talk to something that's very close to your heart and very serious? And this is Fetal Alcohol Spectrum Disorder. Okay, so you can visit the Drink Wise website to get more information. But why is this so important to you?
Look, I mean, it's 100% preventable. That's why it's something that people need to know about. So FASD, or Fetal Alcohol Spectrum Disorder, is a permanent neurological condition that occurs when the fetal brain is exposed to alcohol prior to pregnancy, during pregnancy, or breastfeeding.
Yeah, I think it's important to have conversations about it too, because you can look at any bottle or glass, of alcohol, and sometimes you can look down on the sticker, and there's a pregnant woman with a cross through it. But beyond that, I don't think there's been a lot of conversation, and it feels as though there's been assumption that everyone is well educated on those facts, but it's not always the case.
No, and the thing is, the science says there's no proven safe amount. And I think it is something that as a community we need to support pregnant mothers. I mean, it's a bit rough. Okay, so what you get to carry the child for 9 months, then you have to breastfeed. And we'll kind of just sit back and applaud.
Yeah, I've got my driver.
This is difficult. And I think for partners, for family, for everyone else, supporting that they're not drinking during that period of time is just as important as supporting in all the other things that are happening with pregnancy.
It's a good idea, Fitz. You had an issue, didn't you? Because you were working at a bar. My memory serves me.
This was a moral dilemma. Right, because I had a woman on a Friday night and the place was pumping and she was visibly pregnant and she was ordering shots. So I went to my bar manager and I said, I'm not going to serve this woman anymore. And he said, you will serve. If she wants a drink, you will serve her. And I found it really hard. I was about to walk out on the job.
You know, obviously the statistics are there. So we know it's a permanent condition. We know it impacts the development of the brain. And we know that no alcohol is the safest option for your child. In that circumstance, it's challenging. And whether you're working at a bar, whether you are a friend at a lunch, whether actually having the conversation is a really difficult thing to have. But I think that's where you have to educate yourself. And I think that people that are thinking about being pregnant, people that are around those that are pregnant, need to educate themselves and help guide people towards the good information. That's what that's why Drinkwise is making a big push here to help educate everyone. But that's a challenging one, Fitz.
Roch, can I bring something else up just sort of closer to home? A mate of mine has been considering this new drug, which I believe is very popular, called Ozempic. Do you know much about, is any information I could pass on to the mate? He might be listening.
No, so here's where the evidence is funny. I'm wearing a few different hats because I'm also the medical director for digital wellness. And so we work in that. We're seeing a lot of it. We're involved with the CSIRO and the Total Wellbeing Diet. The one thing that comes out of all of the science when it comes to these weight loss medications is without a solid meal plan, exercise and long-term strategy, they're not actually successful.
No.
So the whole idea of what they do is they help prevent you from feeling hungry. But what we know is that there's there's still specific groups that it works for. And we're talking about the top end of the spectrum here, those that are at a point where other things have failed, obese, where their BMI is over a certain level. And it is a medication that should not be wandered into without the proper medical guidance.
Of course. I will let him know. He had other questions about human growth hormones as well, but we'll wait till next week. He'll be listening again.
What are you trying to achieve? I have had this conversation with you.
Yes.
My garage, which is not far from your place and is completely free, is open 100% of the time.
You'll do exactly what she did to me.
And it'll be free.
Thank you. Roch's garage, open.
Can we abuse you a little bit more? Because we have had quite a few callers ring in. Roch, whenever we have you in, we have medical questions with listeners. Fine. Jerry's given us a call from Jordan Springs. Jerry, you got Dr. Andrew Rochford here.
Hey, Doc. I do have a question about pregnancy. I know that smoking is bad, but can the same be said for vaping?
Oh, God.
That is an understatement to say that smoking is bad. Yes, smoking is very bad. Vaping's the same. Not necessarily specifically the same impacts, but absolutely the impact on the lungs, the health of the mother, and also of the unborn child. The impacts, the same with alcohol. No smoking, no vaping is the safest option.
Same rule applies.
So from my point of view, I'm a national ambassador for Drinkwise. For them, they've got a lot of information on their website that just helps guide and answer a lot of these questions, a lot of frequently asked questions, some of the tricky and curly ones. So that's a really great place to start for you or for anyone trying to find out information to do with alcohol and pregnancy and fetal alcohol spectrum disorder, but anything to do with alcohol. I mean, the conversation around alcohol has completely changed and the generations have changed. And I know that because I've actually been involved from the point where my son, I think I joined Drinkwise when Archie was 4 or 5.
Yeah.
Archie's now 17. It was his 17th birthday on Monday.
Awesome.
And it's really interesting now to be in the position where I'm having the conversation with him about responsible drinking and generational drinking. So
Has he asked you for a drink?
Oh, yeah, no. So we've got a deal that if he doesn't drink until his 18th, there's a reward. So it's nothing to do with the reward. It's more that he just wants to prove his old man wrong.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Yes. But it's really interesting to hear him talking about his friends and his mates, and we've all been through it.
Of course.
Yeah. And so all I would say top of the list is educate yourself.
Yeah.
Get really good information from trusted resources. Drinkwise is a great place to start.
It is always a pleasure to have you in, Doc. We do love you. And for more information on fetal alcohol spectrum disorder, make sure you visit the Drinkwise website. Good to see you, mate. Thanks for coming.
Thank you so much for having me.
Thanks, Roch.
The Fitzy and Wippa with Kate Ritchie podcast.
We've got $1,000 to give away because you don't want to miss the massive master bedroom reveal on The Block Sunday, 7 o'clock on 9 and 9 now. Let's get into it.
Fitzy, Wippa and Kate
The Block is back. I'm enjoying this season. Oh, yeah.
are on the tools.
The Blockheads are moving upstairs in a massive master bedroom week on The Block. Don't miss The Block this week on 9 and 9 now.
I never thought I'd say this. You look great in high vis.
Oh, I didn't know what you were going to say.
Yeah, it's a bit loud. Your shirt's a bit loud. I can hardly hear you, but you do look good in high vis. And that nail bag you're wearing.
You know why I have to wear high vis?
Why?
It's because I don't never feel seen in here.
What's that little girl in the corner of the... Oh, it's Kate Ritchie.
Yeah,
Now she's got high
I know.
vis on.
That's what I'm going to go with. Actually, that's a good gag, ladies, around the house on the weekend.
You can use
Put
that.
on your high vis, and when they say, why are you wearing me high vis? You can say, well, at least you've finally seen me.
On a true note, though,
You're
I just want to
welcome.
do a quick shout out to all the ladies out there. If you expect your husband to recognise that you've had a haircut, just forget about it. They don't. A guy never knows when a girl's had a haircut, so stop.
Yes, some do.
No, they don't. So stop thinking, oh my God, he's going to love my new hair, because he doesn't notice it. That's a little off the topic, guys, because we've got $1,000. Kate, what power tool are you playing with today?
Let me have a look what I've got down
What
here.
have you got? Let's have a listen to it. What? Oh, you got it. Is that a chainsaw?
No, it's a leaf blower.
That's a chainsaw, but anyway.
No, it's not. That's a
Whoa, look at the leaves.
I don't quite understand leaf blowers because you're just making your leaves somebody else's problem.
That's correct. But we're going to play a song on the leaf blower today, and if you can work out what the song is, $1,000 is
Oh, it's
yours.
on. Yeah, it's on. It's
Oh,
on.
it's not on the leaf blower,
Yeah,
Tom.
I think it might be on a.
okay.
saw.
Hang on.
Yeah, it's on a circular saw today.
mate.
Kate, I'll hand you the circular saw.
Oh,
Here it is.
jeez.
You take that.
Turn it around.
All right,
Sorry.
Kate, 3, 2, 1. We're going to welcome Erin to the show quickly. Erin, hello.
Hi guys, how you going?
Good, Erin. You need to guess what song Kate is playing on the power tool this morning for $1,000. Take it away, Kate. Really good on the surf.
That was as good as I could go. It's a classic.
It is a classic. It's an
Older
older song, yeah. Erin, what do you think? $1,000 up for grabs?
Oh gosh, I have no idea.
I mean, you do it almost
we could
spot
get
on.
you next time.
Erin, got any idea before we move on?
No, I have no idea.
Have a good weekend anyway. Max and Coogee, do you know what song that is?
No clue.
We're going to give it to you one more time, Kate. Fire it up again.
Okay.
Here we go.
That's enough.
That's hard. That's really hard.
It's really hard.
Max, where are you
should
at?
I give a clue or something?
Got nothing.
What about, could I say,
Go.
this might give it away,
A bit
though.
on the bugle.
Seattle?
Oh, no, that won't give it away. Yes, you can
Seattle.
say Seattle. Yeah, so it's an American band.
Yeah.
Yeah? Well, they were.
Lauren in Jordan Springs. Do you have any idea what that song is?
Not
Seattle
really,
was
no.
the clue. American band. You've heard the song. Do you want to hear it one more time?
Yeah, thank you.
Okay, here we go.
I don't think I can do that.
Oh my God! Put those tools down. It's Smoko. Any idea, Lauren?
Gosh, no, I have no clue. I'm sorry.
I'm going to give you another clue.
Okay.
What do you...
Can of deodorant.
What?
Aerosmith?
No.
Oh, that is great.
That is really
great
good.
guess from a
It's
bad
not.
clue.
It's a good clue. Patrick in Epping, hello.
Hey, how you going?
What song is it?
Oh, I'm really struggling with it. Can I hear it again?
Oh, one more time.
Oh, my...
Here we go.
okay.
Here we go. Fire it up.
This is the last
All right, tools down.
I'm packing that away now. I'm not doing
Oh,
anything.
it's really on the tip of my tongue.
Patrick, what is that
it?
smell? Sorry, what is that song?
Oh, I'm really not sure, actually. I can't work it out.
Okay, thanks, Patrick.
We're going to be here till 11.
Noah's in the gong. What is that song, Noah?
Feels like Teen Spirit.
Smells like Teen Spirit.
Smells like it too.
And it feels and smells like Teen Spirit. Teen Spirit is the deodorant.
Oh,
Yes,
is it?
sir.
Yeah.
Why do you know that?
I
A
just do.
teenage
I'm a big Nirvana
deodorant.
fan. Who was that? Noah, you've got $1,000. Congratulations.
Thank you.
How good is that?
The Fitzy and Wippa with Kate Ritchie podcast.
Real time. The wait is over, guys. I know how excited you've been for Riddle Time. I'm sorry, you're going to have to think on a Friday. Degree of difficulty? 8.
Oh, wow.
Oh, that's...
I better sit down.
This first one is a hard one. This first one is a hard one. MDG, are you thinking? Got your ears tucked into your thinking cap?
Okay, mate. Just a shy, I think.
Here we go. First riddle is, first you eat me, then you get eaten. What am I?
Your words? Not your words.
A really great weekend. First you eat me, then you get eaten. What am I?
It's a fish. You get caught, and then you eat the fish.
First you eat.
You've cheated. You're not that smart. It's a fish hook.
Oh,
hang on. Just a little. How did you get that?
Why did you write that number down?
I had to do a cross at a fish and chip shop last night, and that was the first thing that...
Mate, you've nailed it. The first riddle goes to Ryan James Fitzgerald. Congratulations.
That was very funny, that CrossFits, FYI. Really good.
Yeah, can we get that up on our Instagram as well, Tommy?
I think I'm going to do every fish and chip shop around Australia now.
Here we go, guys. Second riddle for the morning. I change people's lives, yet some try and resist this. I'm obvious to some, but to others, I'm a mystery. What am I?
Would it be gravity?
Nein, danke.
It's a good guess, though.
Degree of difficulty 8.
Say that again.
Into my good ear. I change people's lives, yet some try and resist me. I'm obvious to some, but others, I'm a mystery. What am I?
I know, it's your age.
Bang, Kate Ritchie goes. How did you get that?
I started concentrating.
Thank you for joining in and listening.
Like that Tim Gurner idiot. You know that billionaire guy who's trying to reverse his age?
Oh, yes.
Then came out and said unemployment's good. You muppet.
So he's trying to do everything he can to be healthy and live longer. Seems crazy.
I have found out about that guy that his grandfather was the one that set him up and gave him a few loans to start his business.
He's extremely successful, Tim. Here we go.
No. Oh, no.
What is there? He's done an amazing job. He's done an amazing job.
Back each other up.
Okay. What is there one of in every corner and two of in every room? Oh my God. Are you
Doors.
No.
Windows.
No.
Is it a piece of a room?
No, but you're holding your
Say it
hands out in
again.
front of you. Thank you for the opportunity to share. What is there one of in every corner and two of in every room?
Corner and room. That's the letter O.
Right, James goes.
Never going to get.
You are really in tune with the riddle. You're not going to believe. When we spoke to her last week, you'd thought she would have come home by now, but Mandy is still in Vegas.
Yes.
Mandy, how long are you going to be in Vegas?
I'm still in Vegas, baby.
Hey, Mandy, have you seen Adele? Have you seen Adele perform?
I saw her back in Oz.
So you don't need to see her again. Who else have you seen, Mandy?
We're off to go and see the Spice Girl tribute band tonight.
Who?
Did you go all the way there for that?
No, I came for the gambling and the stripping. That's what I came for.
For the gambling and the stripping. Mandy, what's the time in Vegas, Mandy?
What time is it? What time is it, guys? Karen said it's 4:45.
4:45. All right.
In the morning.
In the morning or what? And who are you over there with?
In the afternoon.
Who are you there with, Mandy?
again, Colin and Karen Clark and Neil McIntyre.
Oh, I can't believe Neil got an invite.
And these two guys are from England. We met them over here.
Wow.
Okay, so you've met a couple of locals over there, and Mandy is on. All right, what's your riddle, Mandy?
What is it? If you give them one, you either have two or none.
If you give them one, you either have two.
If you're given one, you either have two or none.
If you're given one,
two or none.
I love it when you do the theme song, Mandy.
If you've given one, you'd rather have two or none.
You'd either have.
Oh, you'd either have two.
Thank you, MD.
No, is it eyes? No, is it?
So it's a
Yeah.
choice? Is it a choice?
Mm-hmm.
It is a choice. Buttons in the purse.
Good luck with the gambling and the stripping, Mandy.
Next time, guys, I'll be in the UK next Friday.
Yes, she's on fire.
Goodness. Slow down.
It's the world trip.
The world according to Mandy. How good is that?
Fitzy and Wippa with Kate Ritchie is a Nova podcast. For more great comedy shows like this, head to novapodcast.com.au.